Good afternoon, everyone. Today we shall be taking some general questions in practical chemistry from WAEC. The color of litmus in an alkaline solution is A, red, mind you, alkaline, litmus paper in alkaline solution, which is a base. A, red, that is the litmus paper turn red. B, green. C, blue. D, yellow. The correct answer is C, blue. The alkaline solution turns litmus paper blue. Question 2. Which of the following is used to test for the presence of carbon dioxide? Carbon dioxide is otherwise known as carbon 4 oxide. A, blue litmus paper, lime water. C, red litmus paper. D, potassium dichromate. The correct answer is lime water. Only carbon 4 oxide can turn lime water milky. The correct answer is B. Question 3. A salt that is efflorescent. When we say efflorescent salt, they are salt which, when exposed to air, they give off the water of crystallization. So, which of these is an efflorescent salt? A, magnesium chloride. B, sodium triisocarbonate decahydrate. C, calcium chloride. Then D, copper 2 tetraososulfate 6 pentahydrate. The correct answer is B, sodium triisocarbonate 4 decahydrate. B. Question 4. The best drying agent for hydrogen gas is A, calcium chloride. B, H2SO4, which is tetraososulfate 6 acid. C, anhydrous copper 2 tetraososulfate 6. Then D, sodium chloride. The correct answer is A, calcium chloride. Question 5. What is the appearance of iodine crystal? A, white solid. B, reddish brown solution. C, gray solid with a shining surface. Then D, blue black solid. The correct answer is C, gray solid with a shiny surface. Iodine crystal is always gray in color with a shiny surface. Question 6. Which reagent is used to identify starch in a solution? Starch can be identified by A, Ferlin solution. B, Benedict solution. C, iodine solution. Then D, lime water. The correct answer is iodine solution. Iodine solution is the only solution that can identify starch, which will turn starch into blue, black coloration. All right. Question 7 says, which of the following is not a characteristic of base? Is not a characteristic of base. A, bitter taste. All alkaline taste bitter. Turn blue litmus paper red. C, slippery to touch. Then D, react with acid. The correct answer is turn litmus paper red. This is the odd out of the 4. Question 8. A gas that turns lime water milky is A, carbon monoxide, otherwise known as carbon 2 oxide, carbon 4 oxide or carbon dioxide, oxygen, then D, hydrogen. The correct answer is B, carbon 4 oxide. Only carbon 4 oxide will turn lime water milky. Question 9. Which of the following will liberate, that is, give off hydrogen from dilute HCl? A, copper metal, copper will not. Silver. C, zinc. Then lead, Pb. So the correct answer is zinc. Zinc will liberate hydrogen from HCl using this equation: zinc chloride plus hydrogen, which is the gas given off. So to balance the equation 2 here, correct. So the correct answer is C, zinc. Question 10. The flame test for potassium gives what color? Flame test is used to test for cations, which are metallic ions in solution. A, brick red. B, yellow. C, blue. Then D, lilac. The correct answer is lilac. Question 10 is D, lilac. Question 11. An acidic gas that bleaches litmus paper is A. Hydrogen sulfide, B. Sulfur 4 oxide, C. Carbon 4 oxide, then D. Nitrogen 4 oxide. The correct answer is sulfur 4 oxide. This is the only gas that is an acidic gas that actually bleaches the paper. So the correct answer is C, sulfur 4 oxide, SO2. Question 12. A precipitate that is soluble in excess sodium hydroxide solution is likely to be what? A. Copper 2 hydroxide, iron 3 hydroxide, aluminum hydroxide, and lead hydroxide. The correct answer is C, aluminum hydroxide. This is the only precipitate that is what? Soluble in excess sodium hydroxide solution. Question 13. Which of the following compounds sublime? When we say sublimation, sublimation is a condition where a solid changes, when heated, changes directly to what? Gas, without passing through the liquid state. When we say sublime, a substance sublime from solid, usually when the solid is melted, it goes from liquid to what? Gas. So these are the three states of matter. But in this case, it goes directly to gaseous state without passing through the liquid state. We say the process is called sublimation. And the only substance that does that from this option is A, sodium chloride, let's see, ammonium chloride, C, calcium carbonate, D, copper 2 tetrasulfate 6. The correct answer is B, ammonium chloride. Only ammonium chloride will sublime from this option. Question 14. The confirmatory test for chloride ion. How do we test for chloride in solution? A. Formation of white precipitate with silver nitrate. B. Formation of red precipitate with iron 3 chloride. C. Blue coloration with copper 2 tetrasulfate 6. Then D. Violet flame in flame test. All this except A. Formation of white precipitate with silver nitrate. Because silver, okay, from this equation, this is silver nitrate, NO3 plus iodine ion will give you plus chloride ion, will give you silver chloride plus NO3 ion. So this is the white PPT, white precipitate form. So the correct answer is what? A. Formation of white precipitate with silver nitrate to give you silver chloride. 15. Which ion gives a blue precipitate with sodium hydroxide that is insoluble in excess? That is, a blue precipitate is equally non-soluble in excess sodium hydroxide. A. Iron 2 ion, iron 3 ion, C. Copper 2 ion, then D. Zinc ion. The correct answer, the only metal that can give you a blue precipitate insoluble in excess sodium hydroxide is copper 2 ion. C. Hydrated salt lose water of crystallization when A. Exposed to light, B. Exposed to air, C. Cool, then D. Dissolve in water. The correct option is when exposed to air. B. B is the correct. Hydrated salt will lose their water of crystallization. Let's back up. We have an equation like this. For instance, if we have copper 2, this is an example of hydrated salt, dot 5 hydrated. This is copper 2 tetraozosulfate 6 pentahydrate. Penta means 5 water of crystallization. So when heated, it becomes SO4 plus H2O, which is 5 molecules of water. This one will be given off. So this is hydrated salt. Hydrated salt will be what? Blue in color because it contains water. But when you heat it, it becomes white. So they lose out the water when exposed to air. Question 17. Which gas has a characteristic rotten egg smell? Which of the following gas smells like a rotten egg? A. Carbon 4 oxide. B. Sulfur 4 oxide. C. Ammonia gas. Then D. Hydrogen sulfide. The only gas that smells like a rotten egg is D. Hydrogen sulfide. Question 18. What is observed when iron is added to copper 2 tetraoxosulfate 6 solution? When iron, I assume, is going to be iron 3. So when iron 3 is added, this is iron 3 ion plus SuSO4 solution will give you Cu2 plus FeSO4 bracket 2 and 3. So this is blue. The solution is blue here, and then it turns, iron 3 is reddish brown. So let's take the question again. What is observed when iron is added to copper 2 tetraoxosulfate 6 solution? A. The solution turns from brown. A brown gas is evolved. B. The solution becomes colorless. C. Blue color fades and reddish brown deposit form. You can see blue to reddish brown. Then C, white. Of course, there's nothing like white precipitate form. So the correct answer is C. A blue color fade and reddish brown deposit is formed. Okay, question 20. Question 19. Which of the following metals is least reactive with dilute acid? Meaning, which of these metals will not react, will react least with what? Dilute acid. A. Zinc. B. Magnesium. C. Iron. Then D. Copper. When these metals are arranged in the order of reactivities, copper becomes the least in that series. So the correct answer is C. Copper. Copper. Question 20. Which of the following gases is denser than air? You know, when we say gas, denser than air, meaning is heavier than air. A. Hydrogen. Of course, hydrogen is lighter than air. Ammonia is lighter than air. C. Carbon 4 oxide. Then methane. The correct answer is carbon 4 oxide. Only carbon 4 oxide is heavier than air. So it will be collected by downward delivery. So the correct answer is C. Carbon 4 oxide. Question 21. A gas that extinguishes a glowing splint is, meaning a gas that can always put off a glowing splint, is A. Oxygen. No, because oxygen supports burning. Carbon 4 oxide or carbon dioxide. C. Hydrogen gas. Then nitrogen. Sorry, this is supposed to be nitrogen. The correct answer here is B. Carbon 4 oxide. Only carbon 4 oxide will put off a glowing splint. Question 22. Which of these indicators is suitable for titrating a strong acid against a strong base? We have indicators suitable for particular reagent. So when we have strong acid and strong base, we can either use methyl orange, B. phenolphthalein, C. litmus. The two are suitable, methyl orange and phenolphthalein. So that's why the option D is correct. Both A and B are correct. The correct answer is D. A and B, methyl orange and phenolphthalein. 23. Which of the following substances is deliquescent? When we say deliquescent substances are substances which, when exposed to air, they absorb water vapor to form solution. So A. Sodium chloride. B. Calcium chloride. C. Copper 2 tetraoxosulfate 6 pentahydrate. Then D. Barium sulfate. The correct answer is calcium chloride, B. Question 24. When a salt turns blue, on adding water, it means the salt is, there are some salts which when you add water to them, they change its color. But in this case, blue, it means the salt is a hygroscopic. Hygroscopics are drying agent, that is, they are salt which when they're exposed to air, they absorb the water of crystallization, water vapor from air without forming solution. B, the liquescent salt, we said just right away, not too long that the liquescent salt are salt which, when exposed to air, takes water vapor from the atmosphere to form solution. C, hydrated salt, meaning they contain water of crystallization. Then D, the salt must be anhydrous. Anhydrous salt are salt which are free from water of crystallization. So the correct answer is what? D. They are anhydrous salt. Anhydrous salt. Correct answer. Question 25. Which of these will produce a white precipitate with silver nitrate that is soluble in ammonia? A, chloride ion. B, bromide ion. C, iodine ion. Then D, sulfate ion. The correct answer is A. Only chloride ion will react with silver nitrate to form a soluble solution in ammonia. So the correct answer is A. 26. The function of a drying agent is to, what does a drying agent do in the lab? Decolorize the gas. Do they decolorize? B, change gas to liquid. C, absorb water vapor. Then D, neutralize acidic gas. The correct answer is C, absorb water vapor. When you say drying agent, drying means they take off water vapor from the substance. So the correct answer is C. 27. Question 27 says, which of the following ions gives a deep blue solution with aqueous ammonia? A, zinc ion, iron 2 ion, copper 2 ion, and lead ion. The correct answer is C. Only copper will give a deep coloration when reacted with what? Ammonia solution. So the correct answer is C, copper 2 ion. 28 rather. Which of the following is a basic oxide? Which of the following is a basic oxide? A basic oxide is an oxide of metal. So let's see. A, sulfur 4 oxide. Of course, there's no metal here. C, carbon 4 oxide. Then C, sodium oxide. D, phosphorus oxide. So the correct answer is C, sodium oxide, which is a basic oxide. 29. Which of the following is not a physical change? A physical change is defined as a change that can revert back to its original state, while a chemical change, on the other hand, are irreversible change. A, freezing of water. When you freeze water, is it a physical? Which is not? Which of them is not? Freezing of water, melting of ice, rusting of iron, evaporation of alcohol. All these, except rusting of iron, that is a permanent change. All other changes can be reversed. So they are all physical change except C, rusting of iron. Question 30. Ammonia gas can be dried using A, what's the drying agent for ammonia? Concentrated H2SO4, anhydrous calcium chloride, quicklime, that is calcium oxide, then D, fused calcium chloride. The correct answer is quicklime, which is calcium oxide. Correct answer is C, calcium oxide. We have come to the end of the first session on this question and answer. Please ensure you subscribe to this channel so that you can get updated when we post the second session. Thank you.